We are back, GECV, with my man, Houston Smooth. How you doing, brother? Pleased to meet you.
Hey, you already know we so Houstone to the bone over here. Shit.
Always. How you been?
Feeling good like I should. You know what I'm talking about? It's a good day today, man.
Life treating you well?
Yes, sir. It's beautiful, man. Fam good, kids good, all that shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We're just trying to keep progressing and shit, man. That's about it.
Now, we'll talk about your music a little bit later, but it's something that we wanted to touch on to try and get a message out, a more positive thing. You've just, I don't know how long ago you've been out of prison for, but you've done quite a stretch in 11 years. Do you want to tell us a bit more about how you got into that, please?
Man, yeah, I did 11 years. I got out 2017, so I've been, you know what I mean, case free for a good 5 years now. I did 11 years for aggravated robbery and burglary. And during those 11 years, man, that was like that was the hardest shit I've ever been through, man. Makes rapping a cakewalk, you know what I mean? But that prison time, it made me really look into myself and find out who I really was, what I was gonna do when I stepped out, man. I knew I had a big journey ahead of me, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to make sure I was making the right choices. And so my last 3 years, I was on French Robertson unit down in Abilene, Texas. I was in ad seg for putting my hands on the lawman. I got into a fight with the lawman and shit like that, and so they ad seg me 23-hour lockdown. You know what I mean? No human contact, bro, for 3 years, bro. And when you're in a cell by yourself, you kind of have to just, I mean, you focus on yourself. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of intro work and worked on myself physically, mentally, and socially, actually on the cool. You know what I mean? How to talk to people, how I knew people were going to perceive me when they seen me on the outside, and what I was going to give them. You know what I mean? So those 3 years really actually saved my life and changed my life, man.
Oh, you do think that 3 years was kind of a blessing in disguise, so to speak?
Definitely, man. Because right before that, bro, like I said, I was in population and we was rocking and rolling, and we was doing a lot of illegal and criminalistic activity. You know what I mean? So those 3 years kind of gave me a chance to humble down, and was like, I almost didn't make it out. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to get charges pressed for assaulting the officer and stuff like that. And God bless it, nothing happened. You know what I mean? I was able to make it out that hole. But yeah, bro, it really gave me a chance to look at myself and ask myself, what was I going to be? You know what I mean? Was I going to stay in the same shoes, or what was I going to do?
Before the sentence, was you already involved in music, or was it more street life and a hustle?
You know, I've been making music, and I've been doing music since I was about, I want to say 12 years old. You know what I mean? I'm 33 years old now. You know what I mean?
Got out in
So
28. So really, you was young when you caught for that sentence.
definitely, yeah.
Hmm.
And so I've been making music my whole life in my head on beats. You know what I mean? Beating on the table and stuff like that. So I knew it was something I had a passion for. I'm a good social person. I know how to engage with people. You know what I mean? So I knew it was something I could do, but I never took it seriously. I never saw that I could actually do it, man.
While you had those last 3 years, while you was in solitary like that, did you was you getting some lyrics down, some music down? Was you working on your comedy, which I want to touch on a little bit later? Was
Oh
you
man,
sitting
I
there
was
making yourself laugh, making you just to pass the time?
Nah, I actually, you know what's crazy? I wrote so much music in those last 3 years, man. And I would be in the vents, you know what I mean, in the metal vents, talking to my neighbors and the people that were above me in the cells, and I was hitting songs to them, hitting songs on the door, you know what I mean, beating on the door loud all the time, you know what I mean. I'm a loud motherfucker, bro, so I was loud everywhere I went. And I got nothing but great responses, and I feel like that's what like really motivated me and was like, you know what, if these inmates, most of these guys back there that were back there were crazy. You know what I mean? Like they were back there for
People
stabbing
forget in
guards.
prison.
And,
People forget in
oh
prison. There's an
yeah,
awful lot of crazy people in there that just don't even belong in fucking prison at all. They should be
yeah,
somewhere else.
definitely, man. Really, man. And these guys are really like cheering me on. Like, hey, Smooth. You know, they call me Smooth in there. They're like, hey, Smooth. You got it, bro. When you get out, you better do it. You better do it, man. You know what I mean? You're actually gonna get out. A lot of them guys that were back there, you know, what I mean, had life sentences and 45 years, and they were never making it out, man. So I felt like it was my
On you.
responsibility, man, as a real dude. You know what I mean? That I had a chance to actually make it out, to not go back and to make something of myself, man. On the cool.
Did you do all your sentencing in one place?
Yeah. Oh no, I was all over Texas. I was in Wallace unit. I was in Estelle unit. I was in Robertson unit. I went through the Garza West, Garza East, Holiday, Gurney. Man, I was out there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting to a bunch of shit. You know what I mean?
And of course, she was not guilty, right?
Yeah, not guilty, man. Definitely, they fucking threw that sentence on me, man. Them bastards. You know what I mean? I was innocent like a mug. Nah, I was guilty like a motherfucker, Brian. I ain't even gonna lie. I caught, man, and it was. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you real quick about the robbery, man. It was a fucking. I've done so much bad shit out here, man. That I never got caught for. This guy had stolen $100 from me. I caught up with him. I beat his ass. Took my money back, and that's how I caught a robbery charge. Because I
11
beat his
for
ass
that,
in the street.
but
Yeah.
aggravated, yeah.
No, with my hands. With
Oh
my
wow.
hands. No weapon. Yeah, I had broke it, bro. They had 76 pictures of this guy. You know what I mean? I had fucking I went off. I was on drugs at the time too, man. So I was out of there. You know what I mean? Like I didn't stop. I put on a show for everybody. And fucking I threw myself under the bus, man.
I was gonna say,
I went to
11
McDonald's.
years, you must have fucked him up, man.
Yeah, I fucked them up. Yeah, they screwed me. But you know what I mean? I took the time. I took a plea deal, man, because they were trying to give me 25, man, and
Yeah,
I was
attempted
scared of
murder.
that. Yeah, I was scared of that shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've worked on a couple of charges myself that I don't really want to. Couple of gun charges and that when I was 18 years old, and
Man, yeah.
kind of fucking taught me my lesson.
You know, actually, when I actually did catch a charge, like 2020, I believe, or 2019. I caught a felon in possession of a firearm. There was a gun in the car. People got arrested, and I got arrested too. And they tried to charge me with it. But when I went to court, you know what I mean. The person whose gun it was took the blame for it and said, "Hey, man, they didn't know that the gun was in the car. It was in the trunk." You know what I mean? Like he didn't know and stuff like that. So she really saved my life,
Legit.
man. And yeah, and I was able to get out of that scot free because I would have went back. That'd have been
For
it.
sure, for a long,
Yeah.
long time.
Oh,
I believe you're now married.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I got a beautiful Colombian slash Ecuadorian woman. You know what I mean? She's been holding me down these whole 5 years, bro, and she saved my life. She really did.
It's
She
usually
put
the way, isn't
they
it, when
put
you
the
find a
brakes
good
on me.
woman like that?
You know what's funny, man? A lot of these young dudes out here, they ask me all the time, and I get a lot of responses from them when they're like, "I can't trust no bitch," and da 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 da, all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, you gotta find you that woman, and you gotta go through the hardships with her. You know what I mean? Because me and my girl's
100%.
relationship, it was not perfect at all. We went through freaking hells and high waters. You know what I mean? But we stayed with each other, and we got past it, and now we're on a place that, man, I never thought it was possible for someone like me. You know what I mean? And I'm happy.
It's refreshing to actually see so visual with your wife on your social media. I believe that's how it should
Definitely.
be. It's how it should be.
Definitely, man. I put her on a pedestal, man. She's a queen in my eyes, man. Really, real talk.
I'm looking forward
She can
to
hear me.
seeing
She's
it.
downstairs. She can hear me too. So she's probably like, "Oh my
I'm gonna
god, my
say,
man talking
is
about
she
me."
sitting next to
Yeah.
you?
Nah, she better not be. But she downstairs. She can hear me.
Looking at your early career musically, what was your first actual move? When did you actually discover, and when did you put your first beat, like your first lyric down with a beat?
It was fuck, I can't remember the year. I want to say I was about, what, 2007, 18, 19, 2019, actually, 2019. And I recorded it in my freaking closet at 3 o'clock in the morning on my iPhone with the iPhone headphones, holding it like this. I put blankets all around the closet. All the kids were asleep. My wife was asleep. And we talking about honesty. You know what I mean? And I had wrote that in about maybe 45 minutes. And the guy that was gonna, you know what I mean, take all my samples and mix them together and stuff like that, he was waiting on me. I was procrastinating. I was in the streets a lot, you know what I mean? So I was procrastinating. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go do it right now. And I went in there and I recorded it on there. We talking about honesty, and the feedback I got from that was like, bro, all my homeboys that were in the penitentiary with me that have also gotten out were like, hell yeah, he's holding it down for the homeboys and do 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 do. You know what I mean? Like,
Do
and
you remember
he's
anything
spitting
from
real
it?
ass shit. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Have a
It's a
little bit.
music. Let me see what I said. Uh, uh, one part I kind of like this part that said brown pride, black power, still fighting off segregation. They're trying to force us to farm this land. They're trying to force us into vegetation. Stay on point. I'm watching little piggies mixed with the oppositions because I ain't never have no pot to piss and now karma's blessing all these consequences. Like, whew, you a rocket, baby. Super toxic, so obnoxious, baby. Went from dark and gothic to dropping bosses, now exotic clouds surround my cosmics. You know what I mean? Shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yes, I
Yeah,
like
real
it.
talk.
Cool. Well done, man. Thank you very much
I
indeed.
appreciate that. Hell yeah.
So your recent release, BMW. Let's talk about your
Yes.
latest release. That's going real well. I've seen online. I've
Fuck
watched it on
yeah.
social media platforms, on Spotify. It's good. I've also seen it as
Everybody
well,
loves
doing
it.
its rounds on Instagram story. On the actual
Yeah.
audio has been used like quite a lot of times. What's your
Oh
story behind
yeah.
that?
It's funny, man. The BMW actually stands for Big Mexican Wiener. You know what I mean? And so
Did not see that coming.
didn't see that coming. I know you did. You know what I mean? But it's basically, honestly, it talks about kind of like the single guy. You know what I mean? The guy that everybody's hating on him because he's out there with all these females. Because there's a lot of these guys are like that. You know what I mean? And it may not be pertaining to me specifically because I'm married. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But the guy that goes out there and gets all the women and the dudes hating on him, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like, hey man, you can't hate that guy. You know what I mean? If he's
You
single,
can't.
he's doing his thing, you can't hate that man. You know what I mean? And so it really that's really what it's talking about, man. But talking about that big Mexican wiener, man. You know what I mean? But the hook, man, I'm not gonna lie, like, and if you didn't know that, if you didn't really know that that's what the song was about, like it's such a fucking crunk song. Like you
It
can work
really
out to
is.
it. You know what I mean? I got a guy in the UFC. I'm not gonna drop his name because I don't know for sure if he's gonna do it yet. But he's a real close dude of mine. We've been fucking around for a while, and hopefully make it his intro to the ring music. You know what I mean? And it's already in the gyms. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers working out to it. You know what I mean? So hopefully my song will be in the UFC. You know what I mean? I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What else have been listening to quite often as well is Caroline.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh shit,
That's
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that has gotten a lot of responses. I don't really promote it too much just because it is about my wife, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we was in a very fluctuated pattern at that time, you know what I mean? But I wrote that song and it's straight from the heart, bro. You know what I
You can
mean? It's
feel it.
straight from the heart. Yeah, oh yeah. You can I hit that song in a show. I was opening up for Mike Jones down in Corpus Christi.
Oh, I was about to ask you about Mike Jones in a minute as well, you know.
Oh
Just
man,
by
I don't know what
fluke.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I opened up for him. Yeah, I opened up for him down in Corpus Christi, man, and I hit that song Caroline in there, and you could see like the whole shift in the crowd. You know what I mean? And I almost cried while I was hitting that bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know, I'm a pretty emotional guy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
almost
me
cried
too.
while
I've got to
hitting
be
it.
honest with you. Yeah, me too. I am quite
I had to
sensitive to
like
it as well, man.
suck up my shit and just keep pushing it through. My girl was in the audience too, so it was like I was just
How
singing
does
to her
she
from
feel
stage.
about
It was
it?
great. She likes it because it's just, you know what I mean, it's got her name.
Yeah,
You know what
it
I
must
mean?
be
But
like a
some of the
real.
stuff, yeah, some of the stuff I say in there, I know it touches the soft spot. You know what I mean? And so I guess that's why I really don't promote it so much, because I don't want to keep us in the past. You know what I mean? But we've elevated so much from that song. Yeah.
Another dope one, man. The Crooked.
The Crooked. That's the jam. Fucking love it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's something else, man.
You know what's
Your
crazy?
music resonates with me. I feel it.
Amen.
I
I
feel it.
appreciate that, bro.
It's not
Thank
every
you.
artist that I see that I'll say this to, and yeah, it's something I listen to you quite often. I listen to a kid called Cam Carter, and I kind of have that on a loop in my car at the minute,
Yeah.
just going round and
I'm gonna
round.
be honest. Like I said, I'm a real emotional person, and so I guess when I write and I rap, you know what I mean. Like my energy inside the booth, man. When I leave that bitch, I'm fucking sweating. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm in there and I feel it. I'm passionate about this. You know what I mean? So everything that I say, I do mean, regardless if it's talking about BMW or, you know what I mean, the Crooked. Like I mean that shit, man. And I you can see how my music is elevated from the beginning, from we talking about
Yeah, for
honesty
sure.
to the nice, you
I
know what I
mean,
mean,
even
chords.
like even one of your most recent ones with a video. Give me a second.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it go. And even the one with the what we're talking about.
Special.
We're talking about honesty.
Honesty, yeah, definitely. You could see how I've elevated. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I
for
mean.
sure. As
Like,
an artist, how you've progressed for sure,
and
lyrically,
I
and
think I
also your
did that.
delivery as well has changed.
I think I did that also. Like I said, I'm trying to reach a bigger audience. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
honesty was really directed to a lot of the homeboys and the guys that have been in and out of penitentiary. You know what I mean? And I kind of did it for them. You know what I mean? Like, put on for them and shit like that. And these other ones are more like, I'm doing it for everybody. Anybody can listen to it. You know what I mean? Anybody could feel what I'm talking about.
you mentioned about before about you opened up for Mike Jones. Did you have any kind of anxiety before you go on?
No, I didn't. Actually, um, I've always been an entertainer, man. I've always loved to be the center of attention. I've always loved to, yeah, I just, that smile right there, that's what I do it for. You know what I mean? I love to make people smile. Like, I love to be loved. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
like, even how I engage with people on social media, bro, that's all real me. That's authentic. That's not me doing it because I have to or because I totally like love these people, you know what I mean? And I want people to make it just as much as the next man, you know what I mean? So I feel like even if it's just a comment here and there, like I'm helping the next man, you know what I mean? Like
I can feel that from you. I can feel
definitely,
that.
it really is, you know what I mean? It's
We
not
see, we
fake or
seem to
nothing
have
like that.
found we seem to have found quite a little group of clique of people that are extremely supportive.
Definitely. I'm blessed for Standish, man. That man right there, he has opened a lot of doors for me, man. And he's one of the realest dudes I know. Shout out Standish, bro. Like the people that he's introduced me to, and they're genuine. They're almost just like me, man. They love and have to help the next man. You know what I mean? They're not selfish. A lot of these guys
Yeah,
nowadays,
for
man, they
sure.
won't even listen to your music, bro. They won't even give you the time of day just because they're doing something too. You know what I mean? And they feel like engaging with someone else is gonna take away from them. And it's like, bro, that's the complete opposite, bro. Like, and that's really what I try to do with
If I ever
people.
got that sort of vibe from anybody, they'd be gone. I wouldn't
I'm,
entertain
you
it.
know what's crazy? And I'm sort of like that too. I go on just a little bit more. Like if I catch that vibe, I'll be like, oh, he's kind of like that. I'll still try to school him, give him a little bit of free game. You know what I mean? And then if it's still the same way, then yeah, I'm gonna slow my roll on him. You know what I mean? I won't completely cut ties because I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody has a chance to come to realization sooner or later. You know what I mean?
Quick fire questions for you.
Yeah, let's
We'll go with Houston rappers as well. Scarface or Mike Jones?
go. Face.
Already
Gee.
asked that question.
Yeah, he's OG, man. Mike Jones, I'm gonna be real. As an artist,
Not feeling it.
not feeling it, dude. And then
Just the one
he
track.
lost so much fucking weight, bro. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna shout that out and let everybody know. Everybody talks about it, but nobody says it, man. What the fuck happened to him? He was better when he was fat, bro.
Yeah,
Like
man, he
fuck,
was
dude.
indeed. Yeah, yeah.
Now, business wise, I know he's doing shit business wise behind the scenes. You know what I mean? But artist wise, yeah, he's lost his touch, man.
Lil Flip or Baby Bash?
Oh, little Flip, baby. Fliparachi, man. Shout out to Fliparachi. Now, I love Baby Bash. You know what I mean? He's part of the Rasa and shit. You know what I mean? But Fliparachi, that man still got his fingers in the game, bro. And he's still pulling strings. That's my dude right there.
Travis Scott or Megan Thee Stallion?
Travis Scott.
All day
Now, I
long.
know I'm going to get criticized
You will
because of his
indeed.
Astro World. You know what I mean? But his music, we're talking
Yeah.
about music wise. I can listen to almost every Travis Scott album with the fucking lights low in my house and just vibe to him. And the guy blows me away, man. He really does.
Nice to hear. Away from Houston, NWA or Wu Tang?
NWA. I wasn't really a Wu Tang dude, man.
I'm not really an
As
East Coast kind of dude either. I'm a West Coast.
yeah, fuck. You know what I mean? I do like them. You know what I mean? But I grew up with NWA and fucking Ice Cube and all them guys. You know what I mean?
Easy or Snoop?
Snoop, man.
The
And
swagger?
the reason Yeah, man, that's big homie right there, man. That's Uncle Snoop, bro. And I the way personally too, man, artist wise, and then just personally, like how he handles his business, man, how he still continues it. His wife, you know what I mean? He's been with so long, like he has a big influence to a lot of rappers and artists. Like, he should be at least, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the other day at the Super Bowl halftime show, bro, I almost cried.
Wow.
I
Wow.
almost fucking cried.
Wow.
Yeah, like the love they showed to Dre, man, and all these guys, bro. It was just like, yeah, it was powerful to me.
It
I don't
really
know if
was,
everybody
wasn't
else
it?
felt the same way, but it was powerful to me.
Best halftime show I've seen since Michael Jackson.
Since Michael Jackson, amen to that, bro. And I
Yeah.
watch Michael Jackson's Super Bowl show sometimes on YouTube just to watch it. You know what I mean? And feel that power,
Yeah,
man.
it's good, isn't it?
And oh yeah,
Ice-T or Cube?
Cube,
Oh, really? That
Cube.
surprises
Yeah.
me. Ice-T for
Now
me. I
Ice
love
T is the
Ice-T.
gangster. Yeah, Ice T is the gangster. You know what I mean? And he's a pimp right there, man. He knows how to work it. But Ice Cube, I just loved his delivery and flow, man. I loved his delivery and flow, and he wrote for so many people. You know what I mean? And put a lot of people on.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I just think the OG is probably one of my top 5 albums just because of the storytelling. Because I just like the West Coast music and I like the Crip thing as well, me. And so
oh yeah.
that whole vibe for 6 in the morning and just something else, man. I love OG. It's really good.
Real talk.
Jay-Z's Blueprint or Lil Wayne's Carter series?
Oh shit. Man, I thought you was gonna go with the Kanye one like you did Standards. I thought that was gonna be easier.
No, no, no.
You know what? I'm gonna have to say Lil Wayne just because I think the Carters, how they elevated, man, and he got better and better with each one. You could just see it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the Carter 3, I think I played that fucking CD, that album more than any other album my whole life, bro. Like I could still you start track 1 right now and I could spit it word for word all the way to the end, man. Like, and my wife knows it. Like I'm a big Wayne fan, I'm not gonna lie.
How would the people around you describe you?
A fucking character.
You telling me?
A fucking character,
You know
man.
what
That I'm
got
out
me?
there.
You know what got
Uh,
me? I think I need to start. Rick needs to start smoking, man. Thank God my name ain't Rick.
Thank God my name ain't Rick. And you know what? I actually stopped smoking. I'm actually going on 3 months sober, pure sobriety, man. And there was a time when I didn't think that was possible, that I wouldn't be able to function, that I wouldn't be able to write music, that I wouldn't be able to interact with people like I usually am. You know what I mean? But I went sober and I wake up every day on a natural high, brother. Like, I don't know. I feel great inside. Like, I don't worry about anything no more. Like, it's just, I'm glad I took that step. Now, I'm not saying that I won't ever smoke again or anything like that. You know what I mean? But right now I'm cleaning myself and I'm just on I'm on a bigger path. And sometimes you got to cut out these distractions, man. And
For
that's what
sure,
I
I
did.
agree. I don't smoke no more.
Yeah,
I stopped a
it's
while
different.
ago. I'm glad about it. I don't
Yeah.
really drink much either anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If I go to Manchester, where I'm from, and I go out and I take ecstasy and I drink and then I come home and then I'll be fine for 3 months and I'll keep myself to myself and then every 3 months I'll go out
Exactly.
and I'll have a bit of a party still. But
That's usually how I am. I'm a social drinker. You know what I mean? I only drink if everybody else is, and that's the reason why I really don't go out that much. Actually, you know what I mean? Like, me and my wife will go to like fucking Applebee's or something. You know what I mean? And we'll have a couple of drinks. You know what I mean? But that other, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm 33 years old, man, and my path is I'm like I'm in the zone right now. You know what I mean?
do you think with your comedy, will that gravitate you think into film?
Definitely, bro. You already know. You're reading my mind, man. Like, there's so much I have to offer. You know what I mean? And it's gonna all come out one day. You know what I mean? Like, I have plans to act. I don't have stage fright. I don't have no fear. And like I said, I know I'm a character. You know what I mean? I know how I get. You know what I mean? And if somebody, I've already been working on my stand up comedy. You know what I mean? I want to do stand up. You know what I mean? I want to. There's so much shit I actually just I want to
Have you
do. My
stepped
dad
out
used.
yet?
No, I haven't stepped out yet. You know what I mean? I actually had an offer. I had an offer to do to get on stage, you know what I mean, and do my stand up. But my schedule was a little fluctuated at that time, and I didn't feel prepared. You know what I mean, and so I didn't take advantage of it. But I
Very
got
different
so
to
much.
music.
Very,
It's more.
very
It's
like
even more. I'm guessing it's even more personal, right?
definitely a lot of prison. My comedy's a lot of prison talk. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff that people ask me all the time. You know what I mean? Like dropping the soap. You know what I mean? What's it like dropping the soap in prison? You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, and so there's an avenue for that though. Like, definitely, I'm gonna touch down. You know what I mean? I'm setting my foot in society right now.
Have you begun to write any kind of screenplay about yourself?
My mother is, man. Shouts out to my mom, bro. Sandra, she's been
Respect.
writing. Like, I call my mom and we'll go on like a trip, man, and I'll just start telling her stories and I, you know what I mean, shit that I've been through. Because my mom wasn't really with me through my whole life. You know, me and my parents separated, and I stayed with my father growing up, and so my mom really doesn't really know what I've been through my whole life. You know what I mean? And so I tell her stories and I tell her what's going on, and she writes away. You know what I mean? And she's getting a biography ready for me. You know what I mean? She wants to write my shit for me, and I know if somebody hears my whole story, like that's screenplay right there. You know what I mean? That's someone's gonna want to watch that shit go down. You know what I mean? I may have Mark Wahlberg play me. I don't know. Mark Wahlberg, the Funky Bunch. You know what I mean? I think he'd make a great Smooth. I don't know.
He really would. He really would. Yeah, you do that. What's next for you in the immediate future?
In the immediate future, let's see. I actually just talked to Pocho's podcast. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He just shot me his number and he wants me to jump on one of his interviews, his live podcast with him. I'm working on a song with my boy Yago Kane. He just dropped a song called Conquer. It's going up. I work with this guy named KBT Loc G. And me and him are real tight, man. Shouts out Loc G. He's helped me out a lot and showed me the business side and the legal side to my music. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all just dropping a song and you know what I mean, dropping another song and dropping another song. Like, I'm working on all my marketing, my promoting and stuff like that. There's so many stuff that I still have to learn, you know what I mean, in the game. And that's really what I'm doing right now. And but musically, I'm always writing. You know what I mean? I'll just be sitting there taking a shit and I'll come up with bars and just be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I can't
Best
stop, you
places
know
to
what I mean?
write on the toilet and on a plane.
Definitely, no bullshit. Like, I don't know what it is, man. It's just it keeps flowing, you know what I mean?
Have you
But
got an
definitely
album
got some
coming?
projects. I want to. I think it'll haven't just started on like my placement, like what songs in here, but I got about 6 songs that I actually do want to put on my album for sure. You know what I mean? And I don't want to just be one of those artists that puts a lot of feel in music. You know what I mean? Like, have 6 badass tracks and then have fucking 6. You know what I mean? Boppers.
Have you been able to? Are you able to concentrate fully on your music, or have you still got a side hustle, your 9 to 5?
No, actually, I have no job.
No.
Actually, I was door dashing and I was Ubered and shit like that for a while, and I stopped that and I solely focused on my music and my art and marketing and stuff. And my wife is actually the sole provider for us right now, bro. And she's bringing the money in and she's helping me out a lot. You know what I mean? She's my number one supporter, bro. No bullshit. And I could be honest, you know what I mean? I don't know how many other artists would come on there and say some shit like this, you know what I mean? But
No,
I
I
don't
think
do
it's
no
right.
criminalist activity. I don't sell drugs. I don't do none of that bullshit no more. I'm strictly about my music.
Let's be honest, that's a victory in itself, isn't it? I spent 10 years, 15 years probably actually selling
Mm-hmm.
drugs, misbehaving, always in fucking trouble. And now I can kind of, like you said before, about having that peace of mind and being relaxed and being at ease with myself. No one's knocking at my door. No one's going to be outside my
Fuck yeah.
apartment. Everything's fucking calm. I've actually got custody of my kids.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just me right now. It's just me and my 13-year-old. My eldest one's at university, but it's
Awesome.
just us. So it's been a long. Their mum's a piper.
Yeah.
She's gone. She's long
Yeah, man.
gone.
It
She's just
happens, bro.
she's crazy.
Well,
Right?
there'll be a day.
Oh no, she
There'll
can
be a
never
day
come
that
near
gets
us
ready.
again. No, 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 no.
No,
We haven't seen her. We haven't seen her in 2 years. So
damn.
she's just finished a sentence herself. She's just got out after 12 months. So
Damn.
and she's come straight back out, straight back at it again. So if she'd have come out and stayed clean, that would
There's a
be
chance.
different. I'd give her a chance. But
Yeah.
to come out and just be smoking again immediately, the first day she was out. So
Yeah.
I can't revisit that fucking place, man. There's just no way.
You can't risk it. Yeah, man. You gotta keep your home base, you know what I mean, at ease and peace, man. Real shit,
Yeah.
that's what I learned, man. I don't bring nobody to my apartment. You know what I mean? Nobody even knows where I fucking live. You know what I mean? Like I keep my home base safe, man. And this is the first time I've ever been like that. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing. It really
Yeah,
is.
for sure. We're coming up towards like the summertime, well, springtime, summertime. Have you got any plans for any more live shows?
Um I've been having a lot of offers, honestly, a lot of offers. I turned down a lot of offers. This new wave of fucking shows,
Oh.
I don't fucking
Well,
appreciate
the
it.
phenomenon of this showcasing bollocks where nobody turns
You
and you
gotta
got to pay
pay.
to perform and all that. But
I got fucked already once. You know what I mean? I got fucked
yeah,
already once, and I had to pay to get on the show, and
no
it
audience.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even worth it, bro. I was like, as soon as I was done off the stage, bro, I took off. I was so pissed off. I feel like they rigged me. They turned my mic down. You know what I mean? I was out of pocket. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing a show in Houston. It was somewhere else, and I feel like they fucking were hating on me and turned my mic down on me, bro. And I was
That's a
pissed. And
bitch
instead
move
of
right there.
I wanted to break jaws, bro. You know what I mean? I wanted to break jaws, and so I just walked out. Me and my wife
Especially when it's
peacefully,
something as
bro.
important as a live performance. People,
Definitely,
even if the
man.
audience is small, somebody's going to be there.
Definitely, bro. And it wasn't cool, bro. And I vowed to never pay for now unless I'm like fucking opening up for goddamn Jay-Z or Eminem, and it's like I'm the first one right before him or some shit. You know what I mean? But if there's fucking 50 people on this lineup, you know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
guy comes in at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on stage at 7 o'clock. Like, dude, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get me like that, bro. Like, fuck no, bro. But you know what I mean? So I'm only taking offers, man, if they respect me and respect my craft, bro. And that's what it is.
What's your opinion then? What's your opinion on the current crop of so-called of rappers that are actually making it into the mainstream? Um, I'm not feeling the music. I like independent music, full stop. This watered down, sensitive thug fucking music that's coming out with tight jeans and
Auto tune.
pretty necklaces and shit like that. And I
Man,
don't
you can
think
see me. I ain't got no jewelry on. You know what I mean? I'm not a big I'm all about the music, bro. You
I
know what I
wear my
mean? I'm all
star. I
about
wear
the
my
fucking
star. I'm a Jew boy, me. So I wear my Star of David. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
That's all.
Amen to that, man. I feel
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? So if I'm not that type of person, that's not what I'm gonna resonate in my music. That's not what I'm gonna show people, regardless if that's what other people want to see. You know what I mean? I don't switch my style for nobody. You know what I mean? And I feel like me being real, that's gonna take me to where I need to be. You know what I mean? That's where it's gonna take me where I deserve to be. A lot of these
Agreed.
guys sell they soul type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's literally or figuratively speaking. You know what I mean? But I won't ever be put in that class, and people won't ever have to question what I've done to get there because they're gonna see the proof in the pudding. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna stick to my guns, man. I'm gonna be who I am. I'm not you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that when I fucking make it that I won't. You know what I mean? Have a nice house, a nice car, and shit like that. But you won't ever see me. You won't ever see me gaunting or just flashing or anything like that, man. I'm humble, bro. You know what I mean? I try to be humble, bro. Like, and I don't need to impress nobody, man. I've made it already. You know what I mean? Within myself, I've made it already. So
For sure, you're
fuck all
definitely
that
you are.
shit.
To make it out from where you come from and to do an 11-year bit, you're a success story, brother. You really are.
Definitely, fam. Definitely.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you on, my friend. Is there anyone you want to give shout
Me
out
too.
to?
Let me see. Shout out to Stanish, Loke G, Yago Kane. and everybody else who's been rocking with me since day one, man. You know what I mean? Reggie Gooden, True Death, y'all boys is the truth. You know what I mean? I appreciate all y'all. Johnny died, Perps, man. I got so many people. I don't want to leave nobody out, but man, like y'all know who you are. Y'all been fucking with me since day one, man. I appreciate y'all. And shout out to you too, brother, for having me, man. You're a real
More
one.
than welcome anytime, brother. You have a new release, by all means, hit me up. You can come back on the show. We'll do this all over again. More than happy to do it.
Awesome.
Peace.
Awesome,
I'm
brother.
out.
You too, brother.
Thank you
Already.
very much. Bye-bye.